on the app, on your smart speakers, and on the website at purewestradio.com. On the way tonight, we will look back on a dramatic afternoon of Pembrokeshire football. We'll find out what ground hopping Gordon Thomas got up to at the weekend. There are plenty of topsy-turvy matches and loads of goals. We'll also look at how Haverfordwest County will now need to bounce back after a second consecutive 1-0 defeat, this time at Flint. We will also round up the weekend's rugby, and we would like to hear from you as well if you want to wish someone good luck ahead of Ironman Wales, which comes to the county once again this Sunday. And our guest in the studio tonight will be Graham Brockway. He's with us to preview a big night of boxing coming up with Merlins Bridge Boxing Club next month. So let's get straight to it this Monday evening. Gordon, evening to you. How are you?
I'm very good, Ben. Had a nice weekend, thank you.
Excellent stuff. We're going to get to the football in a bit, so we'll get your ground hopping details in soon. I wonder how many goals you saw, because there were lots of them, weren't there, over the weekend across Pembrokeshire. And
I saw 9 in one game.
Excellent. Yeah, Clarbeston Road bouncing back, didn't they, in their match?
That's the game I was watching.
And you saw all 9 goals, Gord, yeah?
No, not quite.
No,
there was 9 goals there.
You're still writing a match report about every single one of them, though. Fraser, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, Ben. Good weekend in Fire Gardens Friday, actually, for the cricket. And then the frustration yesterday was attending to go into the Swansea 10K. I actually missed application, so I emailed them with the old "Do you know who I am?" line, and it seems they didn't. So I missed that one that year. I'm sorry too, because it's one of my favourite events.
Okay. Next year then, Fraser. Yeah. Well, it's been a lovely day in Pembrokeshire today, and it's good to have Graham Brockway with us on the show. And it's been a while as well, Graham. So good to have you back with us. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Excellent stuff. Well, let's get straight to it, shall we? Because we're going to talk to you about a big event that's coming up on the 5th of October, as it says on the screen for people who are watching. So tell us all about this, because you've got a reputation for putting on these great events. What can people expect with this one?
Well, this year, every year we try to up the class every time, because obviously we put a good standard of show on. It's very hard to up it every year, but I believe every year we just about crack it every year. This year now we've got 16 bouts on of 16 local fighters taking on the rest of Wales. And we did have a Scottish team come down. Unfortunately, that's not worked out. So we're now taking on, all the clubs from Wales. And the whole show is matched. Everything's gone well. So it's we're looking forward to a very good night's entertainment.
Yeah, they always are. And let me go to Fraser first up, because I know this is one you're looking forward to. You were telling us about the table you're on, Fraser. You're going to have to be well behaved on that one. But they're always good nights, aren't they?
Yeah, incredible. And actually, I wanted to bring Graham up on that. He says it's hard to up it every year, but one addition last year, which I thought really made it stand out from any of the local show I'd been to, actually, was the addition of the screen. And obviously,
amazing,
being able to sit at the tables and actually watch the action up live on a big screen. Whose idea was it to implement that, and how did you? Because it's not an easy thing to do.
Well, the guys come to see us, and they said about it, and we said, yeah, let's do it. Because what I want to do is I want to give my fighters their 15 minutes of fame. I want them to stand at the corner, I want to stand at the end there, walk down, see themselves up there, lights flashing, just to give them that little bit of extra. And every fight that comes down feels that way, and it's just a great start of the fight for them. Gets everything, it's everybody going. And I say, with the TV screens last year, it just absolutely blew everybody apart last year.
I think I always wondered, you talk about 50 minutes of fame there. How do you handle the people on that show in particular from the club who are either first-time fighters or maybe inexperienced and have only fought at venues? Because you know what these regular meetings are like. They're in certain clubs on Friday nights, and the venues are a lot smaller and the crowd's a lot bigger. And yet, as much as you can train people up to their blue in the face of the fight, nothing can really prepare them for that. There's the din, the noise, the atmosphere, the big screen. How do you almost manage their levels of focus and perhaps anxiety as well, or even excitement when you're going into that situation? It's easy to forget the basics when you're in that scenario, isn't it?
Oh, it is. But the thing is that they all train, all the guys who fought last year, the year before, they're still there waiting to fight again. And all the new guys want to fight this year. Everybody talks about it. Everybody gets the adrenaline flow about it. They can't wait for it. And they just, when they get there, they get that excitement, they get that adrenaline. And I say, whether it's your first fight or your 41st fight, that adrenaline is standing there when you're looking out, everybody shouting your name, and your song goes on. They walk down there, everybody's adrenaline flows, and it's great for them. It really is. And you find that most of my fighters would be more worried away than the home show, because they're just walking through a crowd on a away show. This one, they've got the adrenaline, they've got everybody behind them.
More to get juices flowing.
Yeah, and it's great. And by the time they get to the ring, they're fired up, ready to go. So's the crowd. So it's a very good. It's great for them.
Excellent. Gordon.
Yeah, I mean, Graham's done it all himself. He knows exactly what it's all about. And I mean, I can remember watching Graham fighting in the Market Hall and in the Masonic Hall now and again. But, you know exactly what that pressure is. He's fought in world championship fights. I don't want to embarrass him, but he has. British fights. He's been there and done it. He knows how the sport ticks and how people tick. And that's what he was explaining to Fraser there then.
Yeah.
You know, it is. You've got that.
I know. Say, I'm fortunate enough. I've fought in them, and so you can pass on your experience. But I just want my guys, whether they just do this one or they're doing another 10, I just want them to have that one moment, just so they know what it's like to walk down. They know what it's like to stand there. I tell them all about it, and the guys they love it. The girls, got some amazing girls. They love it. So it's great for even the fighters that come down from away. Say to me, "We never fought on a show like this. Can we fight on your show? Can you get us on your show?" So it really does go down well.
I mean, we go back a long way, Greg, because we're that old. But I mean, the dinner of years ago, the old black ties, and all, I can remember father going to the events and gloving boys up as well. And, there was a meal before it, and then the boys would box. You'd have, really quality boxers there. People like Colin Jones, I remember him boxing there as a kid, and his brothers. And, it's great to watch. And it's well organised as well. And that's something that you want to, you'll have a doctor at the event, everything you've got in place. And it's important to do that. And you do it.
Well, we have to. We're affiliated to the Welsh ABA.
Yeah.
And they obviously they insure the whole show. We pay our affiliation fee once a year. Yeah. We pay for the show for the bit, and then they supply all the officials. Obviously, we get our doctor. But everything is official. Everything is done by the book.
Yeah. And as Gordon's saying there, like the logistics behind planning an event like this, Graham, you obviously lead it, but you must get great support locally from people to allow nights like this to happen on the doorstep.
Absolutely amazing. This year, I mean, I've got some great coaches with me who really took over a lot of it this year. The very first show I ever done up there many years ago, I'd done on my own. And it was absolutely, it was a great night. It was good. But I put the chairs up on my own. I took the tables down on my own. My wife helped me later on at night. I went back 5 o'clock in the morning to clean it all up. And, because there was only me then years ago. But now I have so many great trainers who come in with me and take that pressure off me, which is great. And the local people, every year we seem to just, like, advertising is great up there because we run the screens and everything that. But the support we get and the sponsorship we get, people, they've been amazing this year. Absolutely amazing for us.
And we'll talk about how people can get tickets in just a second. And Fraser and Gordon come in here as well, because I think Graham touches on that there, how local people support Merlins Bridge Boxing Club. And Gordon, it's good to hear you reminiscing a bit about it as well, because it's got a reputation in the county, hasn't it, that people want to support it. What do you think it is about the heritage of the boxing club and why Pembrokeshire always embraces this sort of night so much?
You should answer that, or do you want me to answer that? Well, I'll go back to my father's day with Eddie Davis, who was coach prior to Graham taking over from him. I mean, Eddie used to come to my house regular on a Saturday night, and they'd be my dad and him chatting about boxing, the events, who's coming through. It was constant. And they've always had that down there. I mean, Graham's a Pembroke Dock boy. He's had it down there as well. Who was the coach? Roy Witts. It's a big circle in Pembrokeshire that enjoy their boxing. It's great, and Graham has carried that tradition on and made it even better than what it. They didn't have as much money and equipment and the facilities back then. I mean, it was only a shed back in the day. And
what I want to do down here, I want to bring it on, because they say, because we're down in Pembrokeshire, we're way behind. We're not way behind. I never believed in where you train is how you train, and I believe And the facilities that we've got there, say all the money we make, every bit of it we make, we put into the club, so that we make better facilities for training. The gym's bigger, it's much better. Years ago, we used to put the ring up, take it down. Now we got a full-size ring in there. We got bags that hang up all the time now. We have to lift them up, take them down. It just wasn't big enough. And it's just grown and grown and grown. And the support we get is amazing. And say the boxing environment, they love it. And say it goes back to like my old trainer was Eddie Davis and Roy Witts. I mean, Eddie unfortunately died way too soon, many years ago, which was heartbreaking. But my other trainer died, say 6-8 months ago, and he was 96.
Wow.
96, and he was still in the gym training, and he was still teaching kids at 96. And like, if you can follow anything, that is. And I remember I met Roy when I was 10. So I've known him most of my life, and he was still the same at 96. He still had the same enthusiasm. He still had the same push. He was just an amazing guy.
I think as well, when people from the outside see success stories, it helps as well, doesn't it? And you look at Minsbridge over the years we're just talking about it off air there. Charlene Jones in a Commonwealth Games, and Mickey McDonough, Commonwealth Games bronze medalist, Dale Evans, obviously go professional. Obviously, so many other success stories that are going to go back over the decades. And the same would apply in a place like Cardigan, the Croft twins who've come through there, obviously enhances their reputation. If people see this from the outside, and they know straight away that it's a sound club. Another thing as well, I think, which certainly I find, I'm sure Graham would agree with it, I think, once you become aware of boxing clubs, there is so much more awareness now that you don't have to be a fighter in there as well. There's the majority of us that do training. There aren't fighters, probably fair to say. And yet, as part of my training routine now, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Because it's tremendous for fitness. It benefits me in so many other ways. There's other sportsmen in there, footballers, rugby players, a lot benefits them as well. And I think, now that a lot more people realise it's a lot more of an open shot, there's a lot more awareness about boxing, that you can train in a boxing gym. I happen to be once, twice a week, you can be 3-4 times a week, not necessarily box, and still get a lot of benefits from it. So I think it's a fact these clubs like Merlins Bridge can appeal to non-fighters as well as fighters as well, which makes them so accessible and certainly widens the appeal, I think.
Well, what I do as well, if a child comes in, I do a children's class, and their father comes in, and I say to them, right, there's a rule here. If a father's here more than 4 weeks, he has to start training. And you wouldn't believe how many parents have started training.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple of them who, in the past, who had a fight, and they've only ever taken their son down to train.
Yeah.
So and they say they've got the bug, and so I have some of the parents who stay, and the children still don't train no more. But they're still so it's great.
No, it's great what Fraser said, and it is a sport for all-round fitness. It really is, and that is a brilliant point. And across the divide as well, you have a strong female section, Graham, and a junior section thriving as well.
Yes, we have some really good girls. I was saying off earlier on, one of my girls, Eaton-Evans, she's going up to Sheffield this weekend with the Welsh squad, and it's a training weekend up there, and we sparring with the English Federation and the Scottish Federation, which is a great achievement for a young girl from here. I've got some other girls who will say they're fighting on the same bill. They're coming through the ranks as well. So yeah, it's all all good stuff. And I say on a Thursday night, I do a young children's class, and I start them 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we average 40, 50 every Thursday.
Wow.
Which is great for the future.
Yeah, that's amazing. And we'll do the ticket stuff in just a sec, but just for people who are watching, and we want to try and get people to buy some tickets having watched this, Graham, and you touched on it just a bit there where you said the money gets reinvested back into the club. So you'll be using it to do a bit more work on the back of this year's event on the 5th of October?
Yes, we've got to make the gym fully disabled as part of our part of the boxing federation. So we still got a disabled toilet to build and disabled changing room, the shower in it. That's what we're hoping to raise the money for this time. And then we've got the planning on it. We've had all that in I don't know, for a couple of years. So we say, whatever we do now this year, every 1 year we put a show in, we did an extension. The second year we did an extension. Then we bought a minibus. All the money gets put back into it to say this one now is the last one now, big one for us if we can get the shower done, and then we'll be fully ready then, and I fully comply with all the disabledness as well.
I was hoping for a television with Sky Sports was going to go in as well. I can do my work from there then.
Yeah, that'll be the next one.
Good.
Excellent. I'll tell you what, when that's done, we'll have to bring the show down and do the show from Merlins Bridge Boxing Club. Then you can do everything. You can live there, Fraser, couldn't you?
Don't go there any more than 4 times, though, all right?
Oh yeah, I'll be signed up. Absolutely. So Graham, a ticket's still available for the 5th of October at the Woodley Bridge Show.
Standing tickets are available. Yeah, you can get them online. You can get them on Facebook. You can come to the gym. You pick them up anywhere. Let's say anybody in the gym got them. We say Facebook. You can contact us on that on our boxing club. So you can get the tickets, no problem.
Yeah, excellent stuff, and still plenty available. So if anyone wants to get them, get in touch with the team at the boxing club, and it will be a great night. Gordon and Fraser, you're regulars at these nights, aren't you? So you can vouch for that. It will be a brilliant evening on the 5th of October, right?
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, okay. What's the long-term plans, Graham? Every time you come on, it sounds like things are really buzzing and thriving at the boxing club. Are you still enjoying it as much as ever and getting a real kick from it?
Well, I'm 63 now, and I walked in the gym when I was 10. I've never taken a night off.
You're a great advert for it.
I know where you're going when you're leaving this room as well.
I'm going straight back to the gym now when I finish.
Wow.
Well, I love it. I love all the kids that come in. Every one of the kids that come in, they become my kids for the hour they're in there. But I watch them grow up. And it's not only about the kids coming in and boxing, the kids coming in for life. Just prep them for life. Because it's a big, bad world out there. That's getting weird. And if every child that comes in just builds that little bit of courage and builds that little bit of, what would you say, bit of...
Like discipline, isn't it?
Yeah,
as well.
Discipline is so important. And we do the discipline. But I just want them to have the confidence in life to be able to, whatever comes their way, have the confidence to do it.
You have that satisfaction out of turning around.
Yeah, and I don't really mind if I don't box. I don't really, I have so many stories of children in there are amazing what they've done, and that's enough for me. I say we have many champions, many Welsh champions, British champions, Commonwealth bronze medalists, lots of champions. But it's the ones outside the ring that make me feel great as well. The ones who excel in life, and I mean, I just have one boy who came into many years ago, and you'll know him, Lloyd Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Now, when Lloyd Lewis walked into my gym, he could hardly walk from one to door. He was on his pump and all that, and he came to the gym, and after a couple of weeks, he started getting better, and in the end, he just excelled from everything. He went on to win many titles, and he went on to be head of the year in science in Bristol in the school where he is. Wow. And he states then he would never have had the courage to do that had he never come to the gym. That's good enough for me. That's a title on its own.
Well, that's phenomenal. Well, listen, all the best from us all at Pure West with the night on the 5th of October. We'll continue to give it a good push and get some more tickets and more tables in so you can keep up that amazing work. Merlins Bridge Boxing Club is a big part of the Pembrokeshire sporting scene. There's no doubt about that, and you are the life and soul of it. So keep up that good work, Graham. Thank you for being with us on Pure West this evening. You are always welcome. We will speak again. Details, of course, on the Facebook page, how you get those tickets. We're going to come back for part 2 of tonight's Pure West Sports Show in just a few moments this Monday evening.
Eaton-Evans and Morris Solicitors have tradition.